nice little tribute to or good luck message to Rodian before the practice today?
Yeah, it was nice. Nice John to take the lead on that. Obviously, our thoughts are with Rodian and his family. It's a sad and scary situation. I know everybody in our organization is offering and providing the support that we can, and perhaps the greatest news of all is just reading some of the things that came out yesterday with the support of our fans and the hockey community that are with him. But also, I guess would be the most important thing is just the attitude that he's taking in this to set an example for others that are going through things, but also to help fuel his fight through this. So yeah, it's uh, a terrible situation. He seems to be handling it very well, and I know he's got lots of love and support around him.
You got to know him at all?
I haven't, no, just the nature of COVID and such being what it is. He hasn't been around here when I've been. He's been here one time, but our facility was pretty much on lockdown at that time, and he hasn't been to training camp or anything. So Kyle and our player development staff have been handling his development and this situation and the communications with it, but our entire organization, of course, is behind him in every way possible.
Jake, now on LTIR, guess he will be back for a while. What does that do for you on defense? What can you sort of expect to see?
Well, I mean, it provides a ton of opportunity for others. It's a ton of responsibility for others as well, and there will end up being a lot of focus on the defense in particular. But to me, anytime you lose a key member of your team, the whole team needs to step up, and we've talked about this a lot this season, that our forwards need to support our defense, and that will have to continue to be the case, and we'll try out different things. Obviously, bringing in Labushkin, the timing is good for us to have another defenseman come in, and he'll get another opportunity here tonight, and he's getting more comfortable around here and still working on getting his paperwork and all that stuff sorted out on both sides of the border, but we were able to get him here and have him available for tonight. So the depth has increased on defense, and the timing is good.
Ready getting Rasmus to take a little more on his plate?
Well, we'll see. I mean, he's done a good job of it at different times. I think it's going to have to be by committee, though. You still have, you're still going to get great contributions from Dermott and Liljegren. If you look at tonight's lineup, Justin Hall's not going to play tonight, but he's an important guy for us as well. And when he gets back in, he's going to prove to be the guy that he has been for us. And when we've played a lot of our best hockey this season, Halsey's done a good job for us. So it's going to be by committee, and I don't know if you can put much more responsibility on Riley and Brody, but obviously those guys take on a little bit more and take on some of Muzz's penalty kill responsibilities and things like that. So it'll be by committee, but certainly we've been really happy with Rasmus and how he's played, and I think this 3-game stretch here that Dermott's put together has been as good a hockey as he's played all the way through, so the timing's good there too.
What are you thinking with the Kasha Kerfoot switch there?
A combination of just getting a little different chemistry on that line, and just change things up a little bit there. But I have been wanting to get Kasha look there for a little while now, and something that he hasn't spent very much time at all with John. So wanted to see how that looks. I think the timing is right for that. Thought about it doing that the other night, and we'll want to keep the line together for one more game. And I did see some positive things from the group, but I just thought the timing's right for both a chance to get a good look at Kasha up there and change the chemistry of the group a little bit.
There's been a bit of frustration for 10 games now without a goal. How does he work out of that and get on the right side of that feeling?
Just, I mean, frustration is a useless emotion. It's one it's pretty prevalent in all our lives at different times, but it is a pretty useless emotion when we sit down and think about it. So I've talked with John, and he's experienced enough to know that that's not helping. He needs to just continue to work. I thought defensively it was as good a game as he's played in a really long time the other night. And there's no coincidence that it was also the game in which he had some of his best scoring chances that came out of that, being in good spots, being his F3, puck lands on his stick. Those are going to go in for him. Wasn't long ago we were talking about Mitch Marner having some struggles to score, and all of a sudden he couldn't stop scoring for a while. So it's just a way to go. Stay with it. Trust your instincts as a player. Trust your abilities. Most importantly, trust your structure that we need to play with, shift to shift, and John's focused on that.
What is the outlook for Jake?
One more time, sorry.
What is the outlook for Jake right now?
Well, he has a concussion, and so he's. Yeah, and I think, in terms of the LTI thing, that's obviously not a decision that's on my plate, but they just looked at it, I think, and it's this second situation like this in a short amount of time, and the last one, it took a few weeks, before he felt comfortable playing in games. So I think, it's something they know that they're going to want to be patient with Jake in particular, given what he's been through the last little while. So it just takes away any sort of pressure from him, and there's no day-to-day asking how he's doing or how he's feeling. It's going to be a long process, and give him ample opportunity to feel as good as possible.
You now have some salary cap wiggle room. You called up Kyle Clifford to give you some depth there forward. How much will you and Kyle talk about what you need and what you'd like going in the next month or so? Trade deadline, obviously.
Yeah, we'll talk about it a lot. Clifford was an easy one for us to bring up today, both in what he brings in our locker room when he's here and how he's played and handled himself down with the Marlies. Obviously, we're at 7 defensemen now and 13 forwards. So having a little bit more flexibility gives us some opportunity maybe to look at some different things that are happening. With the Marlies, there's some guys that are playing really well down there. But we'll talk about that. And for now, we like the 12 and 6 that'll go tonight. And happy that we do have some additional depth being around here.
Goaltending was such a strength for you before Christmas. How concerned are you that there's been a little bit of more inconsistency there?
Well, as I've said before, I'm confident in our goaltending. My focus is on how we play as a team, and I think we need to do a good job of protecting our goaltenders. We haven't defended well enough as a team here of late over the last stretch, and this is it's been more so than just I would say the last 10, 12 games or so. It's been leaking into our game, and we've exposed our goaltenders too much to great chances against, and I think that's affected them. We need to do a better job of that. I thought we did a really good job of that the other night in Columbus, but not good enough, because we still, we get a bad bounce on the breakaway, get a turnover that leads to 2-on-1 for Line A. Those kind of things we've got to do a better job of preventing those type of looks. So that's my focus, and I've got confidence in our goalies that once we get that sorted out, which I thought we took a massive step the other night in Columbus in that regard, I think that will serve us and our goalies well.
The workload, or would you like one guy to just seize that net?
Well, I think you need to get both guys playing well, so there's a balance there. I'd like to see both guys take the net, and I'd like both guys to make it hard every night to make a decision on who to put in. I don't like the term alternating, as I don't think you ever really want to commit to that. You need to have guys that play multiple starts in a row at different times. I don't think truly alternating is good for anybody, but we definitely need to share the workload for sure, and way more so than we have in the first 50 games that we've been through here. So we will do that. Peter will go tonight, and we'll take it a day at a time from there.
Obviously, we'll see tonight, but how do you feel Kasha might change the dynamic on that line?
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm interested to see it. I mean, I think. Well, first of all, it brings another right shot to the mix. Nylander will spend a lot more time on his off wing, and we'll see what that looks like from him offensively. He likes playing on that side of the rink a lot, and see what that looks like. So that's part of what Kasha brings there, is it just changes the dynamic with Willie a little bit. And then we'll just see how his skill set and his work ethic and all those things fit in. Kerf has done an unbelievable job with that line. He's been one of our most consistent players all season. I'm expecting him to bring that same consistency and structure and the things that he brings to the line with Kampf and Mikheyev. But I am intrigued to see what Kasha can bring there. He's done a good job when he's played up with Matthews. So we want to see what this one looks like.
Sheldon, you guys talk as a group about what's going on the other side of the world right now. with respect to Ukraine, and do you have any friends or acquaintances? The hockey world's pretty small over there. Like, do you have any thoughts on that, or do you guys talk about it at all?
Yeah, I mean, we don't. I would say it's a topic that we openly discuss, but you hear some there's some chatter for sure. You're aware of what's happening in the world, and it's unfortunate. I certainly wouldn't say I'm overly educated on what's the details of really what's happening over there, other than your thoughts are with everybody that is impacted by it, and we do have to accept the reality. We do have people in our room that would be directly impacted by it, so it's something to be mindful of and aware of. And it's like anything that happens in any of these type of situations. So sometimes you feel like it's so far away, but when you've got a sport such as ours, these kind of things do hit home.